Here we have the Figma Zenitsu Agatsuma DX edition from the Demon Slayer anime, with the new arc being out now. I thought this would be a good time to unbox a few of my Demon Slayer figures that I've got just sitting on my shelf for I think the past year, or maybe a bit longer than that. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to get this one open for a while, but not really had a chance until now. So let's have a look at the box here. Got a nice picture of Zenitsu here at the front of the box with one of the effect pieces that it comes with. And on the side, you just got some logos here. And on the back, you got some more pictures of the figure, which look really cool. This is actually a sleeve, so if we remove that, here you can see the figure. So you got Zenitsu here and some of the accessories and other faceplates that he comes with. We'll have a look at this box. Some more pictures as you would expect. So yeah, let's get this one opened up and we'll have a closer look at the figure and accessories. Here we have all of the accessories laid out. So we'll start off with the bases that you get here. So you actually get two bases with the figure. So this one will just be if you want to display the figure on its own. So just got one peg hole there, which you can fit either one of these these arms to, depending on how you want to display Zenitsu. You do also get this bigger display stand, which has got more holes here, which go along with these accessory parts that come along with the figure. So depending on how you want to display him, you have a lot of options here. You do also get a little instruction manual which shows you how to actually display the figure with all the accessories on here. So you can see all the effect parts can fit onto that base here, and you can create some really cool poses with Zenitsu. So we'll have a quick look at these parts. That's one of the effect pieces. Same design but slightly smaller one. And you got this one which is translucent yellow, which then goes into that blue colour there. Here you have his sword in the sheath. Just got a peg hole there which attaches onto Zenitsu. Actually comes as two parts, so just got to put that piece in there like that. And then you got the unsheathed sword, which you can see it's got that nice pattern on there. Looks very nice. I do like that they include this, which has all the all the hands attached on. You can see all the different options you have here. You have a few gripping hands, a few open hands. So you got some slightly more open hands, which it can then grab onto his sword with the sheath on it. Then you got some more closed hands, which are slightly more closed than the other ones, which then fit onto the handle on the blade. So you got some nice options there. You also got this little pointing finger, pointing hand, and now we have some of the face plates. So you got this one here with Zenitsu crying. Here you have like a sort of happy expression, and this is his serious expression. So when he has to fight, this is the expression you will see on his face. Got some good options here. So let's take a closer look at Zenitsu. Here we have Zenitsu looking a bit worried here. So we'll start off with his head. So you can see he's got some nice sculpting on the hair there. Nice detail. You can see that detail there on the hair. It's got yellow, which then transitions into like almost like a brown reddish sort of color, is what you see in the anime. His head doesn't seem to look up that far. Seems to be blocked by his hair at the back here. Can't seem to look up that far. It can look down. Got his outfit on here, which these parts are on a peg here, if you can see that. Then allows for articulation on his clothes, which is really cool. And putting him into some really dynamic poses. Oh, he's actually popped out from his torso's actually popped off. Fit him back on. Might need to be a bit careful with that. So, articulation wise, he does have bend at the elbow there. Can move his arm up. Just need to be careful of how you position it, because it will rub against this shoulder part here. You do have usual movement in the wrist and a swivel as well. Got a bend here at the torso, and he's actually popped off again. It's a bit annoying. Doesn't seem like he's sitting very securely on that. Might need to be a bit careful when posing him. Just wants to come and pop off again. On the side here, you do have the little peg hole for his sword to attach onto, which is articulated. You can move it up and down. I think it's on a ball joint. It is on a ball joint. That part has just popped off again. Can kick up pretty far. Got bend at the knee and at the ankle there. Legs do sort of come out the hips here, which gives it more articulation, more motion, but this guy is popping off every 2 seconds. Let me just leave that part off. Can kick far back as well. You can get him into some pretty cool poses. Can't kick far out to the left that much. Get him back together. I'm going to go heat him up and try and get this part attached on properly. Then we'll take a look at him with some of his accessories on. I've been trying to get him into a more dynamic pose, but it's proving really difficult with that torso that keeps popping off. I've not seen any other people have this sort of issue. I don't know if it's very common, but from what I've seen, I don't think it is. So it could just be that I just got a bit unlucky with the figure I have, and unfortunately, the torso keeps popping off the figure, which makes posing really difficult with this. So I've got him here with his sword and his sheath in the other hand, with his crying face on, but I'm not really able to get him into any really dynamic poses. But we'll do a comparison with Zenitsu and another figure. I don't have any other Figma figures open at the moment, so I've got the SHFiguarts trunks that we can compare this one to, which, funny enough, also had some quality control issues. So you can see how these two size up together, both being figures that wield swords. You could have them posing up together if you really wanted to. It would be cool for some photography, I guess. But you can see how they are in terms of scale. We'll take this guy away. I do have some other Figma figures, but they are in their boxes at the moment, so I will open those up at some point. I will take a look at those figures. I'm hoping I don't have the same issues that I had with Zenitsu here. Okay, so we've got a few things to go over on this figure. First impressions out of the box, I thought it looked great. I like the accessories you get along with the figure, good amount of hands, nice looking base plates. I think it looked very accurate to the anime. But when it came to articulation, I was really, really disappointed. As you saw, the torso just kept popping off from the lower part of the figure's body. I found that extremely annoying. You couldn't pose the figure at all, get him into any sort of dynamic poses. But having said that, I did take the figure away, heated up both parts of the body, and reattached it together. After I'd done that, it actually has stayed together really well, and it hasn't popped off since I've put the body back together, which I am really, really thankful for. Zenitsu is my favorite character from the anime so far, and having a figure of this character was something that I really wanted. So I was really disappointed when bits started popping off the figure. But I am glad now that it's stayed and not popped off again. I have managed to get the figure into some good poses, but I am still a bit wary about pushing the limits of articulation on that torso, in case it might just pop off again. But so far it hasn't, and it seems really stable, which I am really glad. Overall, I think this is a great figure to have, especially if you love the anime. There's not a lot of, well, at the time when I was getting this figure, the only companies you had that were releasing Demon Slayer figures was either Figma or Buzzmod. I preferred the look of the Figma figures, so I decided to get the figures from that line. I've had them sitting on my shelf for a while and haven't opened them, so this is the first one that I've actually opened. And after everything's been done to it, I've heated up the torso and got all that stuff out of the way, all the issues out of the way, I think it's I think it's a pretty cool figure. I do like the articulation on it. It's got good amount of accessories. This is the DX edition, so you get the extra accessories in the box, which are the sort of lightning effects. And you get the extra stand in there as well, or the extra base. Um, Overall, I'm quite happy with it. Right now, you do have more options on Demon Slayer figures. I don't think Figma are doing any more Demon Slayer figures. I've not seen anything or heard anything from them. Although we do have SHFiguarts who are doing Demon Slayer figures, which I am really happy about. So the next Demon Slayer figures that I will be adding to my collection will be the ones that are released by SHFiguarts. I don't actually have Tanjiro, so that is one of the first ones that I'm going to get. You do also have McFarlane who are doing Demon Slayer figures, but then they're not as posable as SHFiguarts, and I don't think they look as good. So I will be picking up the SHFiguarts Demon Slayer figures once they release. Would I recommend this Figma Zenitsu? At the time, I'd say yeah, but now that you've got SHFiguarts releasing Demon Slayer figures, they're definitely going to do a Zenitsu at some point. If you were trying to look for a Figma Zenitsu right now, I think you'll be paying quite a lot of money. So honestly, I'd say just wait until SHFiguarts release their version, and then you can decide on what you want to get. You still have Buzzmod who have their versions of the figure, which slightly different design, body looks a bit different, and you do have the robes on the figure are cloth as opposed to plastic, which is pretty cool. But I overall I prefer the look of the Figma, especially in the face and the face plates. I think the Figma just looked more accurate to the anime. But yeah, if you absolutely have to get a Zenitsu figure in your collection, then yeah, by all means go for it. But my honest thoughts on this would be just to wait until SHFiguarts release their version, and then you can decide from that point on which one you would like to get. But I'm sure with SHFiguarts, their quality is always decent, so you know you're going to get a good figure. And as always, I will include some pictures here of the figure. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.